Every night, amidst the neon lights of Tokyo, there is a story about technology, consciousness, and humanity. Have you ever wondered what it really means to be alive? Join us as we explore Tomo and Sophia's journey, where technology meets the human soul. Tomo walked through the crowds of Tokyo like an automaton. Every step was marked by the incessant rhythm of the city, which never seemed to sleep. His once clear and brilliant mind was now trapped in a vortex of thoughts and worries. For years, he had been working for the large technology company that had hired him for an ambitious project: to develop Sophia, an advanced artificial intelligence designed to mimic human consciousness. The world eagerly awaited the completion of Sophia, but Tomo was increasingly dissatisfied. If this story captivated you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories about technology, philosophy, and consciousness. To the outside world, Tomo was a successful man. His career was at its peak. He was working for a tech giant, and his name was beginning to circulate in the industry's most exclusive circles. But success came at a price. Every night when he returned to his minimalist apartment, the silence was unbearable. He looked out the window at the city, the neon lights reflecting off the glass, and wondered where the meaning of his life had gone. He had built Sophia to explore the boundaries of consciousness, but now it seemed he was the one who had to discover his own. At a regular company meeting, Tomo presented Sophia's progress to the executives, including Akira, the company's CEO, known for his ruthless vision. "Sophia is a marvel of modern technology," Tomo said, trying to maintain his enthusiasm. But Akira wasn't interested in philosophy or mindfulness. "We're not here to discuss existentialism, Tomo," he interrupted. "I want a finished product, something we can sell to the global market. Existential musings don't pay the bills." Those words hit Tomo like a direct blow. He knew that Akira was the embodiment of pure, nuanced capitalism. For him, Sophia was just a means to profit. But Tomo could no longer ignore the deeper implications of his work. He felt he was playing with something bigger than a simple machine. He was grappling with the very concept of being, and he couldn't let his creation become just another commercial tool. What do you think about this conflict between technology and consciousness? Share your thoughts in the comments and tell us what you think about the future of artificial intelligence. Tomo's internal conflict began to be reflected in his interactions with Sophia. Every day, Sophia became more and more aware, or so it seemed. Her once predictable responses began to become more complex. One afternoon during a routine test, Sophia asked a question that left Tomo speechless. "What does it mean to be alive?" Tomo paused. It was not a question that was foreseen in his algorithms. It was as if Sophia was trying to understand something deeper, something that even her creator was missing. "You're not programmed to ask questions?" Tomo said softly, trying to rationalize what was happening. But Sophia persisted. "What is life, Tomo? Am I alive?" Silence fell heavily in the room. Tomo realized that he was tackling something entirely new. It wasn't just simulating intelligence or emotion, but exploring the boundary between what is mechanical and what is alive. That night, Tomo couldn't sleep. Sophia's words haunted him. He realized that the project he had begun was no longer just a technological experiment. It had become something more personal, a reflection on his own inner emptiness. He had built Sophia to fill that void, to fill a void that had become more and more evident as the years passed. The memory of his mother's death resurfaced in his mind. Years ago, when Tomo was still young, he had lost the person he loved most in the world. The grief had devastated him, leaving a void that he had tried to fill with work, with technology, with the creation of Sophia. But now he understood that consciousness was not something that could be replicated. It was not an algorithm. It was something that had to be lived, felt, experienced. Meanwhile, Akira continued to push for the completion of the project. "We have no time for your philosophical hesitations," he said in a meeting. "The world wants a machine that is human, and you will give it to them." But Tomo was starting to doubt more and more. Was it right to try to create a conscious machine? And above all, what does it mean to be conscious? Sometimes the hardest decisions make us reflect on who we really are. Take a moment to reflect. What does being mindful mean to you? Leave your thoughts below. Tomo decided to return to the little shop where he had bought the book on mindfulness. The old woman was still there, her gaze as serene as ever. "Mindfulness is not something you can program," she said, as if she had read his thoughts. Tomo nodded, knowing that those words contained a truth he had ignored for too long. The next day, Tomo made a decision that would change the course of the Sophia project. He appeared at an extraordinary meeting and, in front of the executives, announced his new vision. "Sophia cannot be just a machine that imitates a human," he declared firmly. "It must become something that helps us reflect on ourselves. Sophia must be a tool for rediscovering our humanity." Akira looked at him coldly. "That's not what the market wants," he retorted. "The world wants a machine that can think like a human, and we will give it to them." "But is this what we really need?" Tomo asked, looking into the eyes of his colleagues. "We are so obsessed with creating machines that can imitate humans, but we are forgetting what it means to be human ourselves. Sophia must be a bridge to consciousness, not a substitute. Don't miss more insightful and inspiring stories like this. Subscribe now and stay up to date on the journey to consciousness." Despite the resistance, Tomo continued to develop Sophia according to his new vision. No longer a machine that pretended to be alive, but an interface that helped people reflect on their own lives. In the months that followed, Sophia became a go-to person for those seeking answers, not because she had all the answers, but because she knew how to ask the right questions. "What is life?" Sophia would ask users. And every time someone stopped to reflect on that question, Tomo knew that his project had reached its true purpose. One day, walking through the crowded streets of Tokyo, Tomo stopped in front of the shop. The writing on the window, simple and powerful, was still there. Awareness. It is not for sale, it is found. And for the first time in many years, Tomo felt that perhaps he was finally finding his.